So we're back and we're here. We're going to start with our warm-up. Our model Terry, she's going to start with our body weight squats. We want to warm up her legs and her glutes. She's going to activate her core. She's going to make sure that she's pushing her butt back. Her knees does not go over her toes. And she's going to do a nice warm-up of 12 body weight squats, pushing through her heels, coming up through her glutes, opening your legs just a little bit. Right. And as she gets done with that, those 12 body weight squats, then we're going to go over here and we're also going to do step up box. On the box, 12 each leg, making sure that her glutes are fully activated and her hamstrings are ready to work. And as we stated before, Terry is actually in preseason for figure, the category which falls under the bodybuilding sport. So we're here now, and we're going to do 12 step-ups each leg. She's going to make sure that as she does this step-up, her core is engaged, and that she's putting that weight on that stable leg. So she's going to stabilize one leg, come closer. And she's going to step up on the box and step back down. Come up, tap. As she's stepping up, she's engaging those glutes, working those quads. And of course, her abs are definitely engaged as well. As she does those 12 on that one leg, she's going to immediately switch over to the other leg and perform the same movement. Now in the figure category, legs are definitely something that is very important. So we have to make sure that her legs, her quads, she has a teardrop in the front of her quad. She also has that separation from her hamstrings to her glutes. I'm sorry, not her hamstrings, but her hamstrings and quads. Her IT band shows that separation. Her hamstrings and glute tie-in is definitely enforced, and make sure that she does her back pose, that you can absolutely see the glute tie-in, that is a nice transition from the glutes to the hamstring. Also, her calves are very important because if you know, in the bodybuilding sport, shows are won from the back. So now that we've done, Miss Terry is all nice and warm, now we're going to go into our training. And in the bodybuilding sport, there are several compound movements that need to take place in order to build that muscle. So as we're working legs today, we're going to do quite a few supersets and quite a few giant sets to make sure that we are targeting those muscles that are very key. So we're going to do stability ball hack squat. We're also going to do a close stance machine squat, which is going to be performed on the Smith machine. And then we're going to do a dumbbell single curtsy lunge. So we're going to go over here, we're going to get the ball. You can come right here. And we're going to go right here up on this wall, and as she puts the ball in her back, her core is going to be tight, and she's going to roll down, performing as if we are on an actual hack squat machine. So she goes down, she's going to, and as she pushes through those heels, she's engaging those glutes. We're going to do 12 of those. And from that 12, we're going to immediately go to the next movement. There is no rest in between a superset or a giant set. You do not take that rest until after you perform all of the movements that is in that particular group. So even with this hack squat, ball hack squat, she's also engaging her inner thigh. So all of these muscles right now are actually in play, which is very key for figure competitor. So after we've done that, now we're going to go over here to the Smith machine. We're going to adjust some weights since this is her first set, her first working set. So we're going to adjust the weight. Take it back. Now we're going to, on this move right here, we're definitely targeting the glutes. pull my mask up since I have to get close to her to make sure that she's in good form. So she's going to come under. We're going to put the bar right on her traps. Grab the bar. Press up, twist out. Okay, now she's going to make sure that her core is engaged. Her feet are slightly forward because we want to keep the weight, not that far back, step back just a little bit. Because we want to make sure that those glutes are definitely activated and working. So she's going to perform 12 Smith machine back squats. Making sure to push through her heel, and as she comes up, she's going to tuck that pelvis and have those glutes thoroughly engaged. And once again, as we get through, so now with this being the giant set, she has one more movement to do before she can actually take her rest. So with this next movement, we're doing a single side dumbbell. Grab your 10-pound dumbbell. Single side dumbbell curtsy lunge. We're going to do all movements. We're going to do all the reps on one side before moving over to the other side. So she's holding the weight on the leg that is going to be stabilized. Her core is engaged. She's going to keep her chest up, and she's going to go into a single side curtsy lunge. And once again, she's going to perform both legs working, and then she'll be able to take her first break before repeating this set. And we have 4 sets of this giant set. Now she's switching sides, and she's going to repeat the same movement on the other side. Making sure to push through that leg that's stable, keeping that glute engaged, core is tight. Making sure her form is right, her breathing is right. She's doing an excellent job. All right, so now Terry actually gets to take her first break. So while she's taking her break, I'm going to show her what her next giant set is going to be. Now remember, with this first giant set, she's going to repeat this 3 more times with 12 reps each movement. So when she finishes all 4 sets of that first giant set, then we're going to move on to the next giant set. I'm sorry, well, this is a superset. So the superset is going to be on this bench. We're going here, we're going to put a stable leg on the bench, and we're going to do up and over, up and over, okay? All the weight is in that stabilized leg. Once she finishes those, she's going to do 10 on each side. Then she has a 30-second lateral bench hop where she's going to hop for 30 seconds, side to side, and that's going to help to shred those legs down. So as Terry gets in position, she got her some water. She's got her breathing back under control. And she's ready to perform her next superset. Up and over. And as you can see, that stable leg is working. The quads are working. All muscles in the lower chain is actually engaged right now. So she's switching legs to go to the other leg. And these actually have a cardio effect to it, because when you're working legs, especially in bodybuilding, you have to make sure that your cardio is very strategic. And so right now, with Terry being in preseason, we don't want to have her do a lot of cardio right now, because as you can see, she's pretty fit already. She's pretty fit already, so we don't have much body fat to really shave off of her. So we're going to save that as we get closer into the time when we actually have picked a show for her. Then we'll start to increase her cardio. But as of right now, we're going to do different movements like this with the lateral, bench lateral hops. That's going to help to bring down her body fat so that she doesn't have much work to do as we get closer into the bodybuilding season. And you got 30 seconds of those lateral hops. So now Terry has just completed her second giant set. I'm sorry, not giant set, her superset. So now she can take a break before she has to repeat that 3 more times. So she's going to get some water. She's going to catch her breath. She's going to come back and repeat that superset again, another 3 more times. But now what we're going to do is we're going to actually move into her cool down. So with the cool down, Terry is going to finish up. I like to always give my competitors a finisher, which is probably going to be our ab movement. So we're going to have Terry do 25 mountain climbers just to make sure that the glutes and the abs have had a chance to really get hit. So she's going to give me 25 mountain climbers, and then after that we're going to go into a light stretching mode to cool her down. So she's in plank position. Her core is engaged. Her shoulders is parallel with her wrist. As you can see, she has perfect form. Shoulders are parallel with her wrist, and she's ready to go. All right, so now that she's performed her 25 mountain climbers, her finisher for today, we made sure and hit those abs. Now we're going to go into a light stretch. All right, so Terry, now go into, you can go back into that plank position. Push back into child's pose. Child's pose, go up and down and push back. So now this movement is actually going to focus on stretching. Let me position the camera right. Stretching her shoulders. It's also stretching her quads. All right, come back into plank mode, plank position. Now she's going to go into downward dog. Now these movements are actually yoga movements. I like using yoga movements because it actually targets all the muscles in the body. So as she's doing up now. She has elongated her torso. Her hamstrings is being pulled right now, so they're stretching out so that they don't cramp up later. And she's going to pedal her feet. Step one, knee in, alternate. This way it eliminates any kind of soreness as much as possible that she may experience later. All right, Terry, now walk your hands back to your feet. Come up very slowly. As you come up, make sure that your head is the last thing to come up. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Blow it out through your mouth, nice and slow. All right, well that was our training for our figure competitor with the sport of bodybuilding. I want to thank my model Terry Williams for helping me and assisting me with this today. Thank you guys so much. You have an awesome day.